Hello, welcome to Valley Spotlight.
Thank you for holding down the fort with Chef Mark last week.
It's what we do, and he's his knees are killing him, so we're gonna go back in the archives for him. He's gonna have his knee surgery soon.
Yes, thank goodness, and we're wishing him the best of luck with all of that. And Dominic Peters. He's helping out. He's Dr. Dominic Peters. He's helping out in big ways for him. But it's Sunday and we've got a jam-packed show.
That's right.
So much that we can barely talk.
Well, typically we tape the show during the week and then Sunday we air the show. But this Sunday, Lauren's busy.
Fred and I are getting married, and of course our team will of course be there with us together. So in the midst of all the
will the show be on during the reception? Yeah. Can we put it on?
It'll be on. It can be on.
Let's not do that. Let's just listen to the music.
Well, that's true. We do have a wonderful DJ as well.
Yeah.
But we will officially be married by the time that the show airs.
Love it.
I do too.
Very
so today
exciting.
We're at our house because there's so many things that I still have yet to do. So these guys are making it easy on me.
Making it easy. Why don't we kick things off right away? Is that okay?
I cannot wait to see this one.
Okay.
I mean, when you love something.
Yeah, you know how people come to us all the time and they're like, should I move on from my job? How many times have people, and they made the mistake of going a little bit too early, right?
I agree.
And we tell them, just keep going and fulfill your dreams until you can't do it anymore.
Yep.
And then make the move.
Exactly.
And that's what this young man has done. A football player at Youngstown State that's still playing ball after all these years.
It's a really long story, but long story short, it was just like the last opportunity.
Before David Rivers III ever played defensive back for Youngstown State, he was a senior in high school in Florida and had almost nowhere to play in college until YSU came calling.
No, I didn't. Honestly, I didn't. I did not know where it was. I did see it on the college football game back when the PlayStation 2 was like hot. I did see it, and I thought.
I guess that's one way to learn where we are. Either way, David decided to be a Penguin, and he loved the people, the new surroundings, and even the snow for a little while.
At first, I enjoyed it. I was playing in the snow, making snowmen, snow angels, everything. But after like a month or two, I was ready for somebody to come get it off the ground, but it wasn't coming.
That's not his only memory. You don't have to spend too much time here to recognize the food.
Pizza and pasta out. Oh my God, I ate so much pasta and pizza. Very good food, very good food.
After graduating, it was off to the NFL. But David saw more of the league than he really wanted to.
First out of college, Green Bay Packers, left Green Bay, ended up going to the New York Jets, left the Jets, ended up going to Tampa Bay, left Tampa Bay to Miami, then back to Tampa. 5
stops in less than 4 years. Then after that, 2 teams in the 1-year-and-done XFL, and then a stop in Canada too. Now David plays for the USFL's New Jersey Generals, who have made the playoffs.
We just take it one game at a time. Like, we don't look ahead. The only game that we have is the game that week. Like I said, we never look ahead. We just focus on just going 1-0 every single week.
Still playing for his 8th team and 4th league since college, and still excited to lace him up every day.
Why is David Rivers III still doing it after all these years?
For the love of the game. For the love of the game. Play till I can't. Love of the game. And I've been playing it for so long. I still got the passion, still got the love for it. So I'm going to ride it out till I can, till I physically can't no more. So.
He still can. And with his 6'1" frame, he's a tough matchup for wide receivers. Plus, being able to mentor the younger players is a huge bonus. Thanks to Youngstown, Rivers is a player with experience on the field and off the field too.
It's more to life than just where you're from. So like when you get out and see all these different places, states and countries, you learn a lot about it. Youngstown was the last place that I could go, and I'm glad that I did end up going there.
So he owes it all to Youngstown. How about that?
And he didn't even know where it was.
I know.
I'll be honest, I didn't know where Youngstown was until I got a job offer here too, and then I was like, all right, and I would never leave, so good for Youngstown.
Unfortunately, his team lost in the playoffs, so his season is done, but hopefully he'll be back next year, so good luck, David.
So many different leagues, so many different teams.
Right. Bounced all over the place.
All right, speaking of Youngstown.
Yes?
We have some huge news for our good friends Steelite International. They allow us to go and do all the restaurant stories that we do, talk about great food and great plateware, and wait till you hear where they're coming next.
good things come to those who wait, and in this case, those who have waited might be everyone who cares about the future of downtown Youngstown. Steelite International has been an important part of the restaurant industry, and its impact reaches a global audience. It's the leader in all things tableware, flatware, and buffet lines, and they continue to expand their brands and offerings day by day. Over 4 years ago, they opened a showroom on the 5th floor of the Commerce Building. So the decision to move its corporate headquarters from Newcastle, Pennsylvania to Youngstown, Ohio is beyond good news for the city. In a matter of weeks, 75 employees will be making their way to the Taft Technology Building on Federal Street. CEO and President John Miles was beyond excited to share this news with the community and the world at large.
What it really came down to is finding the right space, right? This space will be our global headquarters. The company trades in 147 countries globally. This is our global headquarters. Someone told me, one of the more experienced historians in Youngstown, that it's been 68 years since a corporate office global headquarters moved to downtown Youngstown. I don't know if that number is correct or not, but it sure sounded pretty good. And you know, we looked at a number of different spaces. You know, a number of people approached us, and finally we found the Taft Technology Building just down the street on Federal Street. And we walked into the building, instantly loved it. And so what the announcement is today is we've signed a 60-day exclusivity period with Youngstown Business Incubator. And we are going to be moving with City Council and the Mayor to work out a couple of issues, and also with Jobs Ohio, with Walt and his team to work out a few issues. But we're very, very positive on the move down here. Our corporate offices, global headquarters will be in downtown Youngstown. We anticipate that transition will occur sometime in October of this year, and super interested and super happy and super excited to be here. And Youngstown's been great to us so far, and we know it's going to continue to be fantastic.
I just look at the manufacturing side. When he said manufacturing, I mean, we do manufacturing really well in the Valley, and I think maybe eventually that might be a piece that we can offer because we have some of the best great workforce. But 3D printing, all the things that we have, additive manufacturing, advanced manufacturing, I think we can be a partner in that as well.
Well, it's just so exciting. As John mentioned, it's the first time we've had a corporate headquarters move into Youngstown in decades, and so for us to be a part of that is just so exciting. We've, seen the shrinking of Turning Technologies. They still do have a place on our campus, but that space has been underutilized for so many years. To have a sense of activity and people on campus again is just going to be fabulous. To be crowded again is going to be fabulous.
So congratulations to them.
Way to go, Steelite.
I'm thrilled. So is the mayor.
Yep. More things to the Valley. Get more big companies to come back. So.
All right. Well, we will catch up with you guys after this short break. And Mark is doing some summer desserts. You remember this one.
Perfect. Just in time for the 4th.
RC Compounding specializes in preparing affordable and natural hormone replacement therapy just for you.
I was spinning my wheels before. I didn't know what was wrong, and now I feel I have a sounder mind. I can sleep better. When your hormones are off, your whole body is off, your mind is off. So I feel a lot better. I feel like I can do anything.
RC Compounding, we care about your health.
Whether it's dinner out with friends and family or your next catered event, Rachel's Restaurant in Austintown always makes it special and delicious. Award-winning cuisine, relaxing atmosphere, and so much more. Rachel's Restaurant, Austintown.
Papa Canzonetta's peppers, recipe established in 1975. A family secret is now yours to share with the people who add spice to your life. Choose from mild and hot versions, plus our famous original blend too. They're the perfect punch for any dish, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We've got the recipes to prove it. Just follow us on Facebook, order online at papacans.com and pick your peck. papacans.com. Order 6 jars or more and qualify for free shipping. We like it hot. We're glad you do too.
Hey there, welcome back to Valley Spotlight. Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday.
Should be a good one.
It is. Summer desserts, the ones that you remember from when you were a kid. This was all your idea, by the way.
I know. I hope it still stands up. Let's take a look and check into Pesto's Test Kitchen.
Chef Mark Canzonetta
Hello,
in
Lauren.
the Bistro 1907.
Here in historic
Pesto's
downtown.
Test kitchen,
Yes, it
right?
is. Yes, it is.
A beautiful day, the patio, the umbrella.
I know, finally. The lights, the flowers, we're getting there.
This is something, right, Mark?
I love downtown Youngstown. Love being here. Love being part of the community of the downtown restaurant community, and we're just happy that things are getting somewhat back to normal.
Yes, slowly and surely. And
Yes.
if you're looking for a place to work and joining a team,
Sure,
we're
absolutely.
looking for bartenders, we're looking for servers, we're looking for dishwashers, chefs.
Just like everybody everywhere in today's times.
But I have to say that because we help you with some of that stuff
Yes, you
behind
do.
the scenes
Absolutely.
too.
Absolutely.
But Michael's idea, as we are full swing into summer, was a really good one. You know,
It is. It's great.
all those picnic desserts that you remember
It was one of
from
my
a kid.
favorite things growing up. He goes, Mark, what was the green stuff with the pistachios and the marshmallows and the pineapple? And I think Ron said the same thing. And I think it's called ambrosia. I never knew what the name of it was.
Me
My
either.
mom just made it, and it was like my favorite thing because I love pistachios.
And I was looking all over for the bright green pistachio today.
They're really not bright green.
No, they're not, because we're going all natural in ways and parts of this ingredient
So
list
we're going
is
to turn
amazing.
Grandma's favorite picnic dessert, which it used like instant Jell-O pistachio pudding, and I made real pistachio pudding with vanilla beans and sugar and egg yolks and cream and sugar. So it's real stuff. And so we're just going to turn it on its heel. Instead of using marshmallows, I'm going to use wonderful yellow sponge cake.
Okay.
And instead of using crushed pineapple out of the can, I'm going to use this amazing caramelized pineapple that's been cooked down with sugar and cinnamon and rum. So
Look
we're
at
just going to
it.
turn
Can
it
I
on
just
its heel a little bit.
Oh my gosh, Mark.
So, and then you're going to make a kid's version.
Okay, and you're going to make an adult version.
And I'm going to make an adult version because this is going to be, kids will be like, oh, what's that brown pineapple stuff? So we know how kids are. They're a little fussy when they see something that doesn't work in their color wheel that they might not eat it.
That's okay.
You're going to make something bright and appealing for their color wheel.
Okay, so this is the kids one, this
Yeah.
is the adult one.
So what I'm going to do to start off is I'm going to put down some of this cake and I'm going to put it in yours.
Oh,
and then
thank
we're going
you.
to build it together. So you're going to put down this beautiful.
Is that
you
because
can use,
you don't trust me with all the cake, Mark?
Well,
Are you
know,
doing yours?
sometimes you like to overserve sometimes. But that's
No,
okay.
me?
So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to put down some of that beautiful pistachio pudding. I mean, just look at the gorgeous vanilla beans in there.
I tried it. It's so good.
And so rich
It's
and so decadent. So we're going to have to chill this out a little bit when we layer it because it's it's so rich. So now I'm going to add some of this beautiful caramelized pineapple.
What do you want me to do?
You're going to start yours with, this is actually, tell them what that is.
This is vegan-friendly whipped cream.
It's made from lentil protein.
Lentil proteins.
Yes.
And this is, we've tried this before behind the scenes, and I have to say, you cannot tell the difference. It's served on a waffle.
Or vanilla bean waffle.
Right, and
That's gluten-free and vegan as well.
It is flying out of here on weekends. It's unreal. So,
Yes.
okay, you want me to start with
Yeah,
this?
start layering that down.
All right.
As I'm going to put down some of my pineapple. And then I'm going to actually take some more of these beautiful pistachios, put it down. I'm going to lay down some of that vegan whipped cream on top. And I'm just going to give it that little swirl. Okay, flip the spoon upside down and just swirl. And then you're going to start layering beans on yours. I'm not beans.
I was like,
fruits
beans?
and berries.
This is made from beans. Which
That's
is
made from
crazy.
beans. I'm just going to repeat my process. So go ahead and lay down your strawberries, your blackberries, your blueberries, your raspberries. And put down some more of this amazing pineapple. Look at the color on that.
Yours looks
That just says this is
Mine
like an
looks like-
elevated version. So of course, I'm gonna put down some more of that lentil cream. And I can't believe I'm saying lentil cream.
And you would not even know it.
I know.
I know that there are people that watch this show and they're like, she has to say that because, you know, they're friends and stuff. That is not true. I mean, we are friends, but I do not have to say that, and it is remarkably good.
A little bit. Again, with that beautiful pineapple. Then I'm just gonna do, you know, the Emerald Lagasse and bam it. And look at that. How beautiful is that? And that's the grown-up version of ambrosia, Ron.
There you have it. We are going to have, what are we going to do next on Pesto's Test Kitchen?
We are going to do grown-up floats, and we're going to do kiddie floats with different sodas.
Wowie.
And we got the ice cream from Max at Cockeye Creamery on the west side of Warren. I'm so proud of those guys.
Oh,
His father,
gosh.
Eric, killing it with Cockeye Barbecue, right next to where I used to grow up and live. So just so proud of those guys that they've killed it on the west side of Warren. Just really
And
hit a
there's
home
a
run.
reason, because it's so good, we're sending a postcard. Anyway, we'll be back.
Don't worry, we'll catch up with Mark in just a little while. There's more to come, Mike. More to come.
I wasn't worried.
More deliciousness.
I knew he'd be back. Yeah, there was a time when I thought libraries would end up obsolete. Like, you could Google everything. Why go to the library anymore? So they kind of had to reinvent themselves,
And
right?
now they have reeled you back in, and the downtown branch, the main one in downtown Youngstown, wow.
It's fantastic. Let's take a look.
Sometimes when you save up long enough and plan ahead, everything just comes together at the right place and the right time. The Youngstown Public Library saved and planned for a very long time, and their renovation and restoration of the main library has been completed, adding modern new spaces and restoring some of the original beauty of the facility. We stopped in at the grand opening as they start a new chapter.
This project has been a long time in the works, but we're really, really excited to see the community out here today and enjoying it. And of course, we hope that this is just the first visit for many folks who may not have been to Main Library in a long time, or maybe never at all. The library is for the people, open 6 days a week, 7 days if you count the internet, and we're just excited to see so many people enjoying this space that we've waited a really long time for.
The space right here that we're in, this is our event space, 125 seats. It can be rented for various events, as well as the library is going to do some wonderful events here, some fundraisers, as well as specific programs. It's endless, the amount of things that we could do here. The culinary kitchen is going to be, of course, literacy based, but we hope to have nutrition programming going on there. We want to bring in ethnic programming, classes to teach people how to prepare food, and most especially, we want to bring in some chefs and hope to have some really great fundraisers as well connected to the Culinary Center.
All right, well, right at the corner of Wick and Rand, if you haven't been by here recently, you'll see the new Wick Avenue stairs, which are a replica of what we had when the building was built in 1910. At the top of those stairs, you'll see the historic lampposts, which represent the light of knowledge, as well as the brass doors and the plate above the window that says "For the People." Inside, we've restored the art glass ceiling in the grand reading room, and we have all new shelving, new collection, and of course, we have a new entryway.
We've reinstated that beautiful skylit reading room. It now serves as kind of a central hub for the library, and there's two wings to the sides, to the north and south of that room, that are the stack rooms, so where the books are being housed. In that room also, unfortunately, a lot of the beautiful plasterwork had been painted over, and it was a plasterwork that was designed to look like stone. It was meant to always be raw and exposed so that it would look like coursed limestone. That had been painted, so we restored that. There are bronze fixtures throughout that space that had also been lost to time. Don't know where they went, but through some photo evidence, which I have a few photos here in my hand, through photo evidence and historical searches, we could find some photos of what they used to look like, and we were able to replicate those fixtures and put them back in place.
So in our DIY space on the second floor, we have not only a Cricut, a 3D printer, sewing machines, a loom, but we have a one-touch recording studio. So if you're interested in podcasting, or if you're interested in creating a vlog, or really just doing maybe a school project, anything where you might need a professional quality sound system or recording system or visual recording system, it's open and free to the public. It is soundproof. There's a soundproof door. It's pretty easy to use, but our staff is also trained to help folks learn how to use it as well.
The multi-million-dollar project may have taken quite a while to come to be, but like they say, all good things are worth the wait.
Shop Hills in the Liberty, Lincoln Knolls, and Boardman Plaza's Youngstown, and a Ridgeview Plaza in Warren, and a Hills location in Champion, all open 10 till 10 daily.
Back here on Sunday on Valley Spotlight as we move things along. Enjoying this show so far?
Yes, me too. And this one, I have driven past this this shop. I don't even know how many times, and I've always wanted to know what Bombed by Chiffon was, and now we know. This young lady,
what is it?
When you talk about the love of the game, this is for the love of nails.
Oh.
And when you see how creative and how far this industry has come, you're going to be wowed, and you might want them. So
that sounds good.
Bombed by Chiffon right now.
If you do something you love, you'll never work a day in your life. That's a true statement for 26-year-old Chiffon Ford.
When I was a little girl, my mother went to beauty school, so she motivated me. So I was braiding hair at first. There was no nails. So I was braiding hair at home with doll heads and everything. So when I became a freshman in high school, I started migrating to nails. So I was doing hair and I was doing nails. And so I was just doing both at the time through high school. And then I started migrating more to nails. So when I became a sophomore in school, they gave us papers, like if we wanted to go to MCCTC, because I was attending Fitch at the time. So I applied for the cosmetology program and I got accepted into that program and was becoming a cosmetologist. So I went there to do hair and, nails. So
it didn't take long for Chiffon to figure out that creating nail art that leaves a lasting impression was her passion.
I started off with friends, my friends' moms, my sister, things like that. And then as I kept posting, because I was doing nails, like I said before, when I was a freshman, but it was like on and off. And then so when I moved into my apartment, that's when I started doing them full force. I bought a nail table, I did powders and everything. So like I said, did my friends, my family, everything like that. And then everybody just started migrating to me and I got better and better. And
Chiffon does it all, and her 6,000 YouTube subscribers and social media followers are always checking in to see what's new and different.
I don't do gel polish, only when I'm drawing on their nails, but other than that, I just stick with colored acrylic.
Why?
It lasts longer, and you can do a lot with colored acrylic. A lot of things you can't do with gel, you can do with colored powder.
And if you can dream it, Chiffon can probably create it.
They bring me pictures, so I have rhinestones, I have crystals, there's all types of things, there's so much, so things you can't do with gel, like I said, like a marble nail, it looks different. Gel marble looks different than a colored acrylic marble, and then like I said, it lasts longer, it doesn't chip, and it doesn't distort your shape of the nail. Usually when you put gel on, it distorts your shape of the nail. So when you put your hand in the curing light and it makes it round and everything, right now I have colored acrylic on my nails, so it's smoother, you can scratch it doesn't peel the gel polish.
Heck, she can even put a special digital chip under the nail polish that acts as an invisible business card for her clients. But even her undeniable love and moderate obsession for all things nails has come at a price. Just the space itself is a win for Chiffon and her family.
When COVID happened, that's in 2020, that's when I found this place. My boyfriend actually found it because we were looking everywhere because I couldn't do nails. So I was like, well, this is the perfect time to go building shopping or building looking. So he brought me out here and he found this place and it looked nothing like this. It was very different.
And in order to do what she loves in a place all her own, well, that's meant learning a few lessons along the way.
It's definitely not easy. It's not easy at all. I tell everybody that. Running a business and being a business owner is difficult. You can love what you do, but there's a lot that goes into it. Like, especially if you own a building, there's a lot that goes with it. Like, you have permits, you have inspections, you have to deal with the county, everything. Like, it's a lot that goes into it. Even buying your own supplies, like especially with nails, like nail supplies are expensive. Like, especially the liquid that I use on people, like that's a lot. Like, running a business is a lot.
With that being said, it was all worth the work. After all, nails by Chiffon Ford speak volumes. Her shaping says it all.
I walked into Walmart one day and these two girls they're like, I know that you do nails. Like, it's just the shaping and it's just certain looks people know who did what. So it's like, yeah, my shaping.
Fun fact, I actually worked as a receptionist in a nail salon at one point.
What?
I didn't have a job and it was easy.
I bet she'd hire you in a second.
I know a lot about nails, unfortunately. So that really hit home, thank you.
Well, now you can know even more, and if you follow her on social media, it's always interesting, always new things. So Bombed by Chiffon, follow her on YouTube as well, Instagram. She's a great lady, hardworking too.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
All right, you ready for your summer picnic, 4th of July picnic?
I know, you and Carl, I'll tell you what, I get to talk about flowers and you get to talk about meat.
That's right. It's not just flowers and vegetables there. Here's Carl and me talking about your 4th of July menu. All right, we are at Angiuli's Farm Market. Lena or Lena? How do you like to say it? Lena was so cute last time that we brought her back. Then she corrected me, and now I'm just kidding. All right, Carl, 3rd of July.
Yeah, it's
We're
July.
getting ready for picnics and things like that.
It is. It's a great time of year. You know, the farm market's bustling with a lot of people coming in, getting ready for picnics. The homegrown produce is all coming in. You know, your watermelons, your cantaloupes. Our South Carolina peaches are here. Blueberries are starting to come in.
Okay.
And, you know, it's grilling season.
Yes, and a lot of people might think to themselves, well, it's a farm. They've got the fruits and the vegetables and things like that. That's not it. This is the market part.
The market, exactly.
When you guys do all the meats and things like that. So you have the burgers here and all sorts of things. Tell them the advantages of getting the meat closer to the animal than getting to supermarkets and things like that.
It's the same thing like we raise our produce. You know, the animals are raised. We have a couple other farms where we have one brother does some pigs, one brother does the cows, the beef, the steers. He raises the beef cows are grass-fed, and then he finishes them off with a little bit of grain on the end. So it makes a very flavorful meat.
Okay.
Way more tender, and it's local. And
you can't beat that.
Can't beat that. You know, they're out in the field. The same thing with the pigs. My brother raises those pigs. They're out in this open field. They're fenced in. They've got a watering hole they drink out of. They just roam around. They do their thing. And you know, he feeds them a little bit of grain and finishes them off. And they're same thing. They're a pasture-fed, pasture-raised pig.
All right. So, sausage sandwich, 4th of July. Hot dog, 4th of July. Burger on 4th of July. Which would you pick? Burger. Cheeseburger or regular burger?
Cheeseburger.
And you?
I do like a sausage sandwich.
A sausage.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right.
A little bit of sweet corn. And I like to take our corn now. We're getting all this great corn in. You can grill it. You know, cut the husk a little bit, clean the husk off, cut the silk off, dip it in water for a second, put it on the grill, and just in the husk, just grill it that way. 3-4 minutes, it's done. You know, you can line them all up there after you're done cooking your meat. Just cook them 4 minutes, they're done, and that corn is just awesome.
One more thing I want to touch on. I didn't know you did the pickles and the relish and the mustard too.
Yeah, so for your picnics, you know, we've got the great mustards there. The hot, I don't know which one. We got a medium, we got extra hot.
Yeah.
You know, that's an awesome blend. Then your pickles for your sandwiches. We actually, so those were canned from our pickles and our hot peppers.
Okay.
So we have a guy that does it for us, a certified kitchen, using our products that we raise on the farm, and they go and they process it and make it into pickles and mustards and our hot peppers, and it's just all. And the hot pepper mustard, they claim it's one of the best. The extra hot.
Oh,
and that's the one you gotta
going
get.
for the extra hot.
Extra hot. And then we've got this something called Ghost Ketchup. So if you're a person that likes hot stuff, you get that Ghost Ketchup and put it on your hot dog, hamburger. It is phenomenal.
I'm not a super spicy guy. You like the spices? A little bit? Sometimes. Okay. Are you open on the 3rd of July?
Yes, we are open every day.
Okay.
Hours vary because it's holiday week, but we are open. So if you're not sure, just give us a call. But we're here.
Okay.
Even on 4th of July, we're open.
Phone number in case they're watching.
It's 330-533-2046.
Angiuli's Farm Market, located here on 46 in Canfield, south of the fairgrounds a little bit. If you're going south, you pass the playground, and then it's down on the right-hand side. Thanks, you guys. Let's give a little wave.
All right. We'll
Happy
see ya.
4th, everyone.
Yep.
So there you go, Carl, Lena.
Don't get it wrong.
I don't want to be corrected.
Her big sister Gisela will come right after you.
I don't need any of that business.
No,
Right.
Good stuff out there.
Yeah, pretty good.
I like it.
All right, back into the kitchen after this break, right?
Yes, we are. More fun desserts, perfect for summer. And this is all because Mike Case came up with this great idea, and of course, Mark had to do it.
With this twist.
Salt Me is a company that produces products that are made out of Himalayan sea salt. I have a love affair with Himalayan sea salt. And as an ear, nose, and throat doctor, the most important thing for me is that the products are going to be effective and that they're going to be safe for patients. So I make products that help sinus conditions, and I make products that are going to be good for the skin and good for the body. And all of them are made of Himalayan sea salt.
We're doing grown-up floats.
We're gonna
first.
do kids floats later.
You have a banana-ish one.
It's called King Kong.
King Kong.
King Kong. Banana ice cream with my favorite absolute Christmas tree Buckeyes inside of it, mini Buckeyes inside of it. And you have buttermilk pie.
Buttermilk pie.
So it's buttermilk ice cream with like graham crackers crushed up inside of it.
And we're gonna make it better? How does it get much better than that?
Well, for you, I think bourbon.
Oh, okay. All right.
For me, I want to take that banana and I want to mix it with some vanilla. So I'm going to put some beautiful vanilla vodka with it, and we're going to add some club soda. So we're going to make floats. So why don't you go ahead, scoop up your 2 glasses.
This is hot water.
Hot water is always the key when you're scooping hard ice cream. And ours is melted a little bit because it's such high quality. It melts fast. That's okay.
We're
making a mess. That's all right.
I'm sorry. That's such a shame to waste it. Can I lick it off the table?
If you want to.
Holy moly! If you haven't had this ice cream yet, and you haven't been out to
let's
Warren,
go double on the ice cream. Double each one. Yeah, absolutely.
Of course.
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh, Mark. You know who's gonna love this? My mother. Do you know how she?
Well, where's Mom at?
She's in Chicago right now, but she makes a root beer float for Sabina every time we go over there.
Now she makes it obviously for kids.
Yes, not like a
not like us, not like boozy or bougie, as my daughter would say. So why don't you go ahead and put as much or as little as you would like. It's up to you how much bourbon you like. And bourbon and ice cream and the cream and then the club soda, it's going to be fantastic. So whether you add an ounce or if you feel like you want to get your drink on, add 2 ounces.
Is that a lot?
I think you're good.
Okay.
I think you're good.
My mom also makes a brandied ice cream. She
Is
does,
that it called
yes.
a brandy Alexander?
I don't know what it's called. She puts it in a giant Tupperware container and people eat it so fast that it doesn't even have a chance to melt.
So it's actually ice cream, it's not the drink.
No, it's like, and you scoop it like this. But this is what it reminds me of, taking us all the way back to when we were kids.
I love it. So I'm going to add some vanilla vodka now.
Okay.
And I'm going to be a little bit more liberal than you, and that's okay. And then we're just going to top this up with cream soda. With club soda.
Like this, and you go way up there.
Exactly.
Look at that. It's so fizzy. You can hear it.
I know. It's like Fizzy Pop from Willy Wonka.
Hello, Lauren, drink me.
So now, I would say take a spoon and just give it a little twirl so all the cream and the bourbon mixes into yours, and same with the vanilla vodka with mine. And I think these are just going to be fantastic.
Wowie kazowie.
Yes. And Max over there, they do make lactose-free ice cream.
They do?
Yes, they do.
Oh,
so you can get that if you have some dietary needs. And let's just take a sip, because this looks wonderful.
It does look really good.
Now, if you want to top that with whipped cream and make it even more decadent, if you want to put chocolate syrup on top of it, which would be fantastic, which I might just do right now.
Yeah, let's do
it. You're going to do some caramel.
Mm-hmm.
So a little chocolate syrup, just to kick up those Buckeyes even a little bit more.
Sabina would love, well,
give it a little twirl.
She's 21, she would love this.
And what's your favorite memory? My favorite memory of growing up is root beer floats with my dad.
Root beer floats with my mom. That's why she makes them for Bina.
All right.
Cheers to you and such good memories.
I know. Mom and Dad.
Hello.
Good morning.
I could literally
Good
take you
afternoon.
right back to your childhood.
It's 4 o'clock somewhere, right?
You're not careful. We're going to do some kid-friendly ones when we come back. Mark, wonderful patio out here. Doubletree by Hilton. If you haven't been out here to see this property yet in downtown Youngstown, you need to. It's
and plus,
really
it's a fun
special.
place to stay, especially with our friend Eric coming up with all his concerts. He's going to unveil. Well, he's already unveiled quite a bit.
Yes, he has.
So I think he's got some he's holding some back.
Sweetie. He didn't even have time for them this month. I'm just kidding. I'm just joking. We don't have any inventory.
Right.
Anyway.
Cheers again, everybody.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Barbara Corcoran. I'm constantly asked by news sources how to best navigate today's real estate market. I call the brightest agents in the business to get their input. Hi, Kelly. What's going on in the Mahoney Valley area?
Hi, Barbara. The market in the Mahoning Valley has remained strong.
I'm so happy to hear that.
Sellers are enjoying the safety of the Guaranteed Sold program, and buyers and sellers love the 3D tour and the free moving truck.
Get the best advice from my friend Kelly Warren. Go to kellysoldit.com. Be safe and smart.
Pets are part of the family, and at RC Compounding, their pharmacists make your pet a priority.
Pain management is a big one with animals, especially if they have cancer or like end of life. They're unable to take tablets or capsules, and we're able to customize it into a solution that an owner could administer pretty easily without, difficulty of having them swallow a tablet or capsule if they're not able to.
RC Compounding, we care about your health.
We have such a legacy, created such a legacy here in the Valley, and we're very well respected by numerous manufacturers in the industry. We're a leader in our industry, and I want to continue that. We want to continue that, and we want to take it to the next level. Whatever that level may be, we're ready for it.
So let yourself go to Duca. Let yourself go to Duca.
No hot water? Call A to Z Dependable Services. Our fully stocked rapid response water heater specialist will get you back in hot water in no time. A to Z is the only call you need to make.
Only A to Z.com.
Well, as promised, we were doing those awesome
grown-up floats.
Boozy floats.
Yeah, I don't think this is the wind pushing me around.
No, right? They were a little bit strong, but we also know that we have our little ones at the barbecue.
We do, and they're the most important.
Right, they really are. And to see a kid's face when they have a root beer float or a float or, a creamsicle or something like that for the first time.
Right?
It's like magic.
I mean, I remember going over, we used to have the big ice bin full, and then, you know, back then we didn't have any money, so it was full of, no disrespect, Faygo, but it was inexpensive
That's
soda.
okay.
And whether it was red pop or orange pop or their root beer, that's what we used. But now we have all these fancy, almost artisanal
Hey,
soda.
Hank, what's
I
up
don't
with
know
your-
who Hank is, but his black soda look good.
Black cherry soda. You've got that one in there.
And this is my second favorite float. I love like a Roman creamsicle.
Yeah, me
so
too.
that's what we're gonna make
Me too.
on my end.
Orange cream.
Well, that one's mine. You
okay,
can have
you can
that
have
one.
that one. Fine. Oh
Cheer
my gosh.
wine.
Diet cheer wine. Whatever the heck that is. I've never
Cheer
even-
wine's like a North Carolina thing.
I was like, I've never even heard of it, but it sounds wonderful.
It is.
And then, the diet black cherry.
Now, this is if you're going a little bit healthy with the ice cream, okay?
Okay.
But if not, then you have one that you brought in from Cleveland.
I did. You know, Freddie and I, we went to go visit the people over at that Sweeties Candy Company.
Oh, yeah, that's
and
great.
I saw this because he's such a big fan of everything that comes from New Orleans.
Oh, God, yeah.
And
And
I
I've
saw
actually been to
this.
a Beta in New Orleans.
You did?
Yes.
Oh, well, I
Yes.
didn't even know that.
I don't
See?
remember much of it, but I was there. So we're gonna fill these up because kids love ice cream. So
Am I
I'm
gonna
going
open
3
this?
high. I don't know about you.
I don't even know how to do this, Mark.
Here, I'll get it for you. You go ahead and scoop.
Okay.
We'll carry over there. That's okay.
Sorry. Look at this giant thing of ice cream.
I know.
Holy
And then I'm just
moly.
gonna take this beautiful orange cream. So you're putting orange cream
On top
of
of-
cream.
If you don't
And
like
you want to
that,
be careful when you pour. If not, remember that little science experiment we had to do with the volcano?
Uh-huh. It turns into that.
It turns
really
into that.
quickly.
Look
All
at
right, I'm
that.
going 3,
What kid wouldn't be happy with that?
What adult wouldn't be happy with that? All right, let's see what this
Slowly,
one's all
darling.
about. Okay, slowly.
Ooh, that almost looks like cream soda.
What do you think? It's called King's Cake Soda.
So I don't know. Give me a little swig. King cake is from New
Oh,
Orleans.
is that so special? You're gonna love that.
It tastes like king cake. A little gingery, a little clovey. Oh, that's wonderful. And there's yours.
Freddie, you liked it.
Okay, and then every kid, you need to have one of these in there because the kids, they want to scoop. It's like a sundae and a float at the same time.
Scooping of
I'm
the
just
ice
going to
cream.
take a
Hold
sip. Just like when I was a kid.
This
Just like
is so good with that soda.
Oh my God. Right?
Yeah, I was gonna say you're.
Here, taste the creamsicle.
All right,
It's just like,
you're gonna love this. We've all been vaccinated, by the way.
yes. Oh my God. Wonderful.
Wow.
Okay.
Oh, I love that.
I know, right?
Another Kathy Hermrick right there, my mama.
Okay.
She would love it.
So now, the reveal.
Everybody's gonna know that
Lily's back.
I did not do this because
That's
of the way
okay.
they're gonna know. I had nothing to do with
cares?
it. There's my big butt. All right.
So, and I think Ron and Fred, you're gonna have to taste this at one point.
Yeah.
So go ahead and taste the ambrosia.
This is.
Now
this-
get in there. You got to get all the stuff. You got to get a good bite. That's a good bite.
They
That's a
always
proper
yell.
bite.
They always yell at me when I take too big of a bite. I just shove food in my
That
face.
looks so ridiculous.
All right, ready?
That looks so ridiculous. Winner chicken dinner. So happy. You gonna do
Oh
this
my
shake?
gosh.
So deep, so complex, rich, creamy.
Only you. Only
I don't
you
know if
can
only
take
me.
a Mike Case challenge
Mike Case,
and
you
turn
missed
it
out, buddy.
into something that is so memorable. These are new memories for me now. My God.
So if you wanted to make this gluten-free for your children, you can. There's recipes out there for gluten-free cakes. We do a gluten-free vanilla bean waffle here at the restaurant,
Which is
and
remarkable.
it's just as good as a waffle, just unbelievable. What I love
Look at
about
the
this,
size
it's
of this bun.
naturally sweet.
Okay.
No artificial sugars, no natural sugars, that's just all real beautiful. So let's kick up your family
Oh
4th
my
of July
gosh.
event here at home, whether you're here coming down to Bistro or at home. You can add all these grown-up touches or you can add kids touches.
I
It's
love
up to
it.
you.
He's thinking about everybody all the time, Mark. It's
We
good
have
to see
to.
you on this lovely patio.
know.
A beautiful day. Thank you.
You're welcome, thank you.
Cheers
Cheers
to you.
everybody. Have a happy and safe 4th of July to you and your families.
A to Z Dependable Services now offers walk-in tubs and showers in as little as 1 day. Let us create a safer bathing experience in your bathroom or the shower of your dreams. Call A to Z Dependable Services today for a free estimate or visit us online at onlyatoz.com.
For nearly 80 years, Cafe 422 has been the Valley's premier destination for steaks, seafood, and fine Italian cuisine. Join us at Cafe 422 for lunch, dinner, and all of your special occasions. Cafe 422 in Warren and Boardman.
Welcome back to Valley Spotlight. Enjoying our Sunday afternoon with you folks. Nice of you to be here with us.
Yes, thank you for being here. And Mike, do you remember buying your first house?
I do.
How nerve-wracking.
Oh, we had a whiteboard with charts and interest rates. And do you want to do the HM? I don't know. They have all these initials and everything, right?
Well, don't worry.
FHA.
Kelly Warren will get all the initials right, especially if you're a first-time home buyer. Well, this week on Home Advantage with Kelly Warren of Kelly Warren & Associates. Hi, Kel. Hi. We are talking about money. Money, honey. And money when it comes to first-time home buyers. Yes. And a lot of times people think it's not within their reach. It's not something that they're going to be able to do, or it's not in their cards. And I feel like, especially around here in Northeast Ohio, not only is it in your cards, but it is probably the best decision you could ever make. And you've done it with lots of families, the first-time home and then getting to the second home. What are a few of the things that first-time home buyers need to remember as they start the process?
So to get started, step one, you can do a consult with your real estate agent, kind of figure out like, this is where I'd like to be, this is the area, this is what we need in a home. But the big first step is how much can you afford? You've got to talk to a loan officer, you've got to get pre-approved. There's no sense in me showing you houses for $130 if you can only afford $110.
Right.
So,
and really, within that kind of price bracket around here, you can get a heck of a house.
Oh, you can, yes.
And stop paying rent, and you don't have to come up with the 20% like maybe our parents did back in the 80s.
Right. The older loan programs were that 20% down, you had to save up, and that's really just not what's conducive to our lifestyles these days, right?
No, it's
not. So you can do FHA programs, 3.5% down. If you qualify as a veteran, you can get in as a veteran with no money down. And then there's even the first-time buyer programs that people talk about that aren't limited to first-time buyers, but a lot of first-time buyers use them, OFA and things like that, where you can get grant money for your down payment. We can ask the sellers to give you closing cost assist money, so you can get into your first-time house with relatively low money down.
And then on the other side of it, there are things that you do need to consider, whether the PMI is something that you want to deal with for however many years it's attached, but usually it's not that bad.
Right. So, and the interest rates and the PMI and things like that cost you some money is really just the cost of doing business.
Right.
Like, if you're renting a home, you're giving the landlord 100% of the equity in the property. So if you are paying an interest rate and paying PMI and stuff like that, you are still earning equity in the house. It is still a better decision than renting.
Exactly. You're not paying somebody else's mortgage. You are putting that money into basically a savings account that you can use for your family to grow.
Yeah.
Whether it's into a bigger house or another rental property, there's lots of different options that people need to open their minds up to.
Yeah.
It really is.
Well, and what people need to think about with the PMI and the interest rates, PMI on some loans is for the life of the loan, which that term scares people. Well, I don't want to be paying that for 30 years. But in reality, are you going to live in the house for 30 years? Like, we move every 4 to 7 years as a population on average. So if you're only going to be there for 4 or 7 years, then that's all the longer you're going to pay it.
Right. I mean, we're sitting in a starter home. It's not a huge property. It's out here in Cornersburg. Lovely. They've done some upgrades, some great painting. But how long has this family been here?
Right. They've been here 3-4 years. Yeah.
Right. So this is the time to then make a new decision for the sake of the family. And you guys treat your clients like family.
We have so much fun working with first-time buyers. It's really a rewarding, fun experience for all of my agents and myself. And then it's so much fun to go back a couple years later and see how they've made the home their own and help them sell it for a profit and get into that next bigger house.
You helped me sell my first home. I was so nervous. Remember, I had the papers, and then I waited a couple months, and then I had the papers again, and I waited a couple more weeks. It's very emotional.
Well, that's normal. You do have to get through the emotional process of it before you can actually do it.
You guys manage that quite well too. They're therapists and real estate agents.
Unlicensed and licensed.
Right, unlicensed and then licensed. You don't have to pay for that part. It's just a perk of the job. But give people the website.
They can find us online at kellysoldit.com or call or text 330-717-2689.
They get back to you immediately, and things go fast in this market still.
Very fast.
So if you're going to do it, hop to it. Thanks, Kel.
Thank you.
See, she has you covered.
Yeah.
She didn't mess up a single initial.
Could have used you 20 years
no
ago.
No whiteboard needed, Kel.
I don't know if this happens. This happens in our family. During the summer, sometimes we skip church.
Yes.
Maybe that happens to you folks. I know we're not supposed to.
Well, you were there today. Because I got married today.
That's
so
right. That counts.
At least you were there today. But for many people, the decision to go to church, well, it's full of all different reasons for all different people. So why do people go? Take a look at this.
Why do people go to church? And how do they feel as they leave and start a new week? These are questions we simply cannot answer unless we ask. So we decided to surprise our friends at Rust City. And at random, we asked the question, why are you here? The answers were drastically different, to say the least. First, there was 74-year-old George Carl. Born and raised in Columbiana, Ohio, his father started the family farm there back in 1941.
We were thinking of changing churches, and we had a friend invite us to come here with her family, and I'm glad we did. Seems to be a very nice church. Very much enjoyed the sermon. A lot of good points, a lot of good points.
Then we sat down with his wife of 34 years, Debbie.
This is the first time.
First time.
And how was it?
I love it. Yes, I love it.
What about it?
Just like when I first got here, got out of the car, I hear Gio call me, "Hey, Debbie!" And that was like, yeah, there's a friendly face. And Pastor was right, no, there was someone else right there. And then when we came in, Pastor was right at the door and just greeted us, and very open and friendly and, willing to meet you where you're at.
Then we had the chance to meet Brent and Bree George. They are quite the opposite of George and Debbie, so to speak. The couple actually met at Rust City, even though Brent never ever thought a church like this, with its life is big approach, would ever be the church for him.
What I would say is I felt the same way 5 years ago before I started coming. I was really intimidated. I've never really been in a church before, or when I had, I didn't have very good experiences with it. But something's different about this place. When I first started coming, I immediately felt like family. People loved on me. I was able to get in and get connected, and people would help build me up and help me get through the things I was struggling with, at least for me.
Fast forward a few years, and this place means something completely different to them as newlyweds.
I think something that has been good, especially for our marriage, is just coming in and hearing messages together and just, going home and applying the things that we're learning and we're hearing and we're being reminded of, because we've been coming here for a long time. So many of the things that we are hearing every week is we know the material. It's just being reminded of it and then applying it to our lives and our marriage together now is different from when 5 years ago we heard it and it was just, we're applying this to our single lives. Now it's learning how to integrate that together.
Yeah.
And as for George and Debbie Curl, this might be the place for their future, even after over 34 years of marriage.
God's message was given to us today. That's what we came for, and we did get that.
As for the 35-minute drive from Columbiana, Debbie might have said it best.
Of course, I made George drive. I ride.
So as a new week begins, how will they ride into it? What is their mindset?
Do you think he'll come back?
Yes, I do. I think we'll be back next Sunday.
Wow.
And that, see if it keeps me going for another week. That's what I need.
I mean, I've been here for years and I've never left, and it's just, I felt like I belonged from the day I walked in the door. And it's just, we're just an integrated part of the community here, and just being able to serve every week. And we have friends, and there's kids that are now 7 years old that I've been teaching since they were babies, and it's just being part of that community and watching kids grow up and watching teenagers grow up, and just, we were friends for years before we started dating, and just like we met at this church. So it's just like, it's been a big part of us in our lives.
What great people.
I know, and those folks, they come from all the way from Columbiana, all the way to Niles, and then we've seen them there even since then. So big fans of the show too.
They probably didn't know that they were going to get ambushed on their way out of church, did they?
That's how we roll, though. You never know.
That's how nice they are, I guess, is what I'm trying to say.
That too.
I would have been like, okay, we're going to brunch. Or whatever.
Yeah, you would. What a wonderful show. Thank you to all of our sponsors who make it possible. We can't do it without you. And for folks that keep sending us and contacting us, I feel like my phone never stops.
We have good stories and we need more of them. So if you have some, send them in. Send in your summer vacation pictures. We don't even care. We'll put them on TV.
Yeah, that's what we do.
That's kind of fun.
All right. Well,
check out valleyspotlight.com too. It's a good place for all that information.
It really is. And follow us on Instagram, on Facebook. It's a really good place to be able to share some of that stuff with friends and family. So thank you always. And Mike, and on behalf of Fred, myself, and Ron, thanks for supporting us on this very big day. So
we appreciate it. All right, we're going to look back at the bicentennial. 200 years, 1976.
Cocaine, fun, everything that makes you live nice. Coca-Cola, grab some Coke, everybody follow me. Coca-Cola, you gotta live when the sun is hot. Have some Coke when you're feeling dry. Coke-Co's life, everybody wants a little life. Coke-Co's life, everything that makes you live nice. Coca-Cola, keep the sun shining down on your parade. Coca-Cola, beat your drum now, sing my song. Coca-Cola, moves it along. Coca-Co's life, everybody wants a little life. Coca-Co's life, everything that makes you live nice. Coca-Cola, you and me, reaching for some extra fun. Coca-Cola, we're gonna sing and we're gonna shout. Start all over when the stars come out. Coca-Co's life, everybody wants a little life. Coca-Cola.
If you like this video, subscribe to Valley Spotlight on YouTube and be sure to click on the notifications bell so you know when we've got some new stuff. You also can like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and subscribe to us on Vimeo or our Roku channel.